Morning, guys and girls. I'm out at this beautiful, beautiful bird sanctuary, and the water is, whilst it's cloudy here today, right, the water is just like glass, and there's a beautiful bushland that you walk through, and for me it's very much about how do we ground our energy to Mother Earth and find that inner peace and stillness despite what's going on, yeah? And there was a moment along the path, right, there's so many beautiful animals out at the moment, and I was embroiled in an issue that had nothing to do with me, right, in my mind, and literally walked straight into a kangaroo. And her babies. She had one in the pouch and she had a younger one behind her. And I was like, oh my God, this so represents to me how I'm not being present right now. And why am I worrying about somebody else's problems? Let it go and let just be present in this moment. And it's a beautiful, beautiful journey along this path here, and so many gorgeous, gorgeous animals and birds to see. And I was very much reflecting on this walk, and I love to share with you things around healing and how do we personally heal ourselves, particularly energetically, particularly emotionally. And it was so interesting, you know, I was pulling some cards for myself this week, and repeatedly in different readings on different days, forgiveness was coming up, and not once, but twice or three times in one reading, yeah. And I'm thinking, you know, for me, I've done a lot of work around balance, and particularly around mind, body, soul balance on self. So why is forgiveness coming up? And it's so interesting, and I think we're always tapped into energy. And what came through for me personally, and these kind of things, and I kind of want to relate it back to you, is that we can go through experiences and we can think that we've cleaned our stuff up, and yet we can go into new experiences where remnants of the past are still holding on to us energetically, emotionally, mentally, yeah, that we still haven't released from self. And what was coming up for me is that I'm in this gorgeous relationship with this beautiful man, yeah, and there's still trust issues coming up, and it has nothing to do with him, yeah. You know, I went through a significant life experience where trust was broken and broken irrevocably, and it broke my foundations for a while in terms of emotions, yeah. So I had to build myself back up again. It was about 5 or 6 years ago. And I thought, wow, as much as I've done this work on myself, this is still coming up. And it was also, what's been coming up for me is you've also got to look at your body. So in terms of your physical body, because I'm an energy healer as well, yeah, is that wherever you're having an issue within your body, you've got to look at it as well as it being a physical or an illness, right, or just a muscular thing going on with you, whatever it is, yeah, is that underneath that there's often also an emotional issue going on, or things that are blocking your flow, particularly in your chakras, in your energy meridians. And I have been having a lot of issues with the right side of my body, which to me represents the masculine energy, your strength, yeah. I had breast cancer on the right side, I had radiation on the right side, and that radiation has affected quite a significant in terms of recovery on the right side. And recently, dare I say, I overdid it in the garden. And so on the right side, I've got the right leg pinging off, and I've got the right shoulder and the armpit down to the elbow going off. Part of that's radiation effects, yeah. And I'm thinking, so what is it within me that is being affected by the masculine energy? And what was coming through with this forgiveness, because I was doing, you know, I've done a couple of meditations as well, which is so beautiful in terms of sound therapy, guided meditations. And what was coming up is just remnants of the past from childhood through to adulthood, and some experiences like the one I mentioned that I hadn't quite let go of, even though I thought I had. And it was coming up subconsciously, not on a conscious level. Sometimes it would come up consciously and I'd go, oh, still a little stuck in that area, yeah. So it's super important if you want to heal yourself, or there's things, issues going on within self, your physical body, your energy meridians, how you're feeling about certain situations, even if they're new and stuff's coming up from you from the past, which it's still impacting the now. You've kind of got to look at those and go, how can I apply forgiveness to the situation, to the person involved, to my own self, whether it's choices I've made, whether it didn't turn out how I wanted it to turn out. How can I just release that energy from my physical body, my energetic body, my emotional body? And it's a really, really important part of healing, yeah. So I was walking along today thinking, oh, as much as I'm a healer, I think I know somebody that I trained from in terms of Reiki, and I thought, well, maybe I should pick up the phone and call her and say, hey, I've got a bit of energy meridian work that needs to be happening on the right side so I can clear the flow. I worked with a gorgeous, amazing master healer in Bali who on sound therapy, yeah. And he just was energizing my meridians. He's amazing, amazing in terms of sound therapy. So it's also looking at kind of alternative therapies in terms of balancing and healing the body when you're doing as much as you possibly can, and you need a little bit of extra help in terms of releasing stuff from the energetic body, the emotional body. There's lots of things you can do yourself, getting out in nature, really pausing and doing some deep probing of self in terms of asking the questions, what am I still holding on to from the past that's impacting the now that I need to let go of? I mean, why in certain situations, why would you let somebody else's energy that where it's been a significant event in your life that's created trauma and emotional upheaval, why allow that energy of what that other person did still impact your present life? Yeah, that's a great question to ask as well. We're always responsible for self. We're always responsible for our emotions. Healing starts with self. And there are so many things that you can do in terms of healing self. And I just thought it'd be really a great thing to share with you, even though it's personal to me, is to ask yourself, what areas of my life is my energy stuck in? Am I still allowing past things that have happened to me? And it will be different for everyone, that are impacting how much I believe in myself, how much I want to chase my goals and dreams, how comfortable I am in relationships, how comfortable I am in trusting other people, opening up to other people. Yeah. Think about that. I'm going to enjoy this beautiful, beautiful view. Connect with spirit out here. The water is like glass at the moment. I'm going to pop some pictures up on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, say hi. Follow me on YouTube. Big shout out to all of you. Have an amazing, amazing day. Ponder a little bit about self and life today. What areas of self can I heal myself in today? All right. Bye.